Victor Galvan. Yeah. 24/7 mindset. Yeah. 24/7 mindset. Let's go. 24/7 mindset.
All right, guys, welcome to another episode of 24/7 with Victor Galvan. I'm your co-host, Tabito, a.k.a. Jose Cruz, and we're here with Victor M. Galvan. And today we're going to be talking about family and how to involve your family in your road to success and to achieve what you want to achieve. And Victor, I'm going to start off by asking you a question, if you don't mind. And I'm going to ask you, how do you involve your family in what you do?
So I involve my kids on everything I do. I involve them on my company, my schedule, my meetings, and everything that I do. And I can also answer it the different way that most of the parents they either want to take time off or they need to take time off because of their kids requesting them to spend time with them, which is with me. I don't have to worry about that because I'm always getting them involved with me. So if I leave at 4 a.m., there are normally one or two kids, it's Sebastian or Brianna or Sophia with me, and they spend the whole day with me. They see what dad does and spend time, and we eat together, lunch together, play together. They ask me questions. I ask them questions. What would they want from dad, and how they want their time to be respect and all that stuff. So I really spend all this valuable time, and then on the meantime, I don't force them, but I push them to also understand that there's more than spending time with that. There's a lot of things that they need to learn from that and stuff like that, and why you do it, how you do it, and who you do it with, right? So and how I spend a lot of time also is that I share my schedule, so everybody knows where I'm at. If they really want to be with me for the time they want me there, so they can just say, "Hey, Dad, I want to go with you to this meeting." But I also have their schedule and my wife's schedule, so we share it. We put it together. And it's amazing what everything can do because everybody has their own plans, but into you share it with everybody, now you start seeing where everything hits, where everything is going to land. And okay, we can now do this because Dad need us here. We can now do this because Sebastian wants to see this war movie because he loves war movies, right? So we have to, and then you just align all that stuff. Okay, so every Friday we go out to dinner. So we definitely right there don't mess around with that time. But there's a lot of different ways that you can do to involve your kids, and you can spend time with your kids, and your kids not complaining that they didn't spend any time with you, because at the end of the day, they did spend time with you. They just did not know. The freaking kid doesn't know what time, what a kid do not know what type of time he wants you to spend with him. He doesn't know. He just wants to be next to you. That's it. So in the meantime, in between, you just force them to go to meetings, prepare for meetings, talk to people, shake hands, and just meet people, and that's it.
So you have a schedule that you follow, and your family has a schedule they follow. And when you see that moment to where, okay, I see, Sebastian has an hour of free time. Let me ask if he wants to come with me on this little meeting I'm going to have, so that way we can spend some time together.
Yes and no. We bring the meetings, so you schedule your meetings from a week before, right? It's hard to say, but when you discipline yourself and your family, it's easy to follow. So we bring the schedule, and I bring all my meetings that I'm going to have for next week. And we just agree, and that's it. The schedule's already set up the week before. I can tell you something crazy that I did. For 2 years, I forced my kids and my wife to make sure that they can fit everything in a small carry-on luggage to go for a 3 to 4 week vacation. And they're like, "It's impossible." And I'm like, "Let's try." So for 2 years, we go in and we're pushing to fit everything in a small carry-on. And it's not that I did it to save money. I did it because there's some countries that you go and then when you're trying to get back to the States, the line is out to like 2 miles away. So you don't got time to go and do a check-in. So now you can you do your boarding pass and all that stuff, and you just bring your carry-on straight to the line, boom, back to the States. So you never lose a flight, you never lose nothing like that. So that right there, I also saw the potential that I can align them on everything I do and how I can do it, because they master it and they did it. Now wherever they go, they only bring a carry-on. They don't have to bring this whole freaking monster. That's everybody. So what we learn is that like mom, if she got to bring her blowers and all that stuff, now she doesn't have to worry. Wherever we go, there's going to be a blower. So wherever we go, if she needs some type of roller to roll her hair and stuff like that, we just go Amazon. We have Amazon drop one. What is it? $35. Just when you're done, you donate it to somebody, throw it away. So that's what we learn and identify. The only thing she has to worry is about her clothes, how tight, and some of the makeup. But most of the time, we may order makeup to be there, or we may send it before, or it can fit in a backpack as long as it's not a liquid. So we identify all these little things. Now, we don't carry toothpaste. We don't carry none of that stuff. We just order it there, and we have it there. Or we go to a little store, we buy everything, and then dispose it, throw it away. You don't need it.
Yeah.
We're not carrying none of that. So they learn to identify all these little things that can cause pressure and problems in your luggage and stuff like that. So at the same time, that's what we did on our schedule. What can we do to make sure we achieve everything that we put down and make sure we're going to follow? So it took me a long time ago. Don't think you're just going to bring the dad's plan, the mom plan, and the kids plan, and everything is going to be beautiful. Guess what? You got a lot of problems because everybody wants to do different things, and everybody change and forget what they wanted a week ago. It was in a heat moment that I wanted to go and see either this artist or Bon Jovi or Bad Bunny or whatever. And now they're like, I really don't want to go. But motherfuckers already paid for the tickets. But you get all these kids that they change their mind. My schedule never changed. People change my schedule. And when people change my schedule, I'm like, no, I cannot fit you. Oh, why not? I'm like, motherfucker, you just push me. I'm not going to push my kids for you. You're the one that cannot make it. As I'm holding people accountable, I want people to hold me accountable, because if I keep doing this shit over and over, remember at the beginning, you guys, oh, but we start over here and you never here, you always come late. I'm like, okay, I'm in my classes, let's push it, and we create a schedule.
Yep.
Same thing. My kids knows on Wednesdays they cannot touch me from freaking 12 o'clock to like 7 or 8, because I got so many meetings, so many podcasts or whatever to shoot and stuff like that.
So I heard through the grapevine something today.
Go ahead.
I heard that you have contracts with your kids.
Actually, yeah, I do.
I need you to show me. I mean, I need you to tell me about this.
Listen, man, if you don't have a contract with your kid at a small age, how you going to hold them accountable? How you going to have your kids to be committed to life and everything? And at the beginning, I told my kids, hey, look, I'm going to do a contract with you guys. And they're like, well, no problem. When I bring the contract, they're like, oh, I'm not going to sign that. It took Sebastian 2 weeks. You don't got no money to pay for a lawyer. So guess what? You only got 2 choices. Either sign or sign. That's it. And he's like, no, I'm not going to sign it. I'm like, look, son, let me tell you something. I'd rather I think you're better off to sign it, because no matter what, you're still going to do it, because on this contract, you got to follow the rules. No matter what, you still live in my house, and I'm very obsessed with you following the rules. And on this contract, you're going to get paid if you do everything on that contract, social media, you create your own reels, your own videos, your own pictures and all that stuff about motivation, alignment, or whatever it is that can impact, so you can create this data. So when you get to 23, 24, somebody follow you, they got all this data. The problem that I'm struggling is that I wish I did this when I was little. Imagine if I have all the data when I was laying bricks, when I was building bricks, when I was mixing concrete. If I had all that data, all those videos, hey, I'm over here, ready to fill the column with concrete and all that stuff. Everybody like, oh, this motherfucker was successful since little. But guess what? I didn't have that. I just tell the story. There's some trust and all that thing. But my success is proving it, but I don't have the data. So I want my kids to make sure they follow their contract. They follow their contract and they have $150 a week that they get paid, because guess what? From that, and they have rules. They have rules on this contract. I can tell on and on rules, and they have to pay $50 for house expenses. They have to. It's not that I'm a bad dad or nothing like that. It's just that I want them to be committed from now. Some of my family members, some of my friends, some of my close people always say, why are you so strict to let them be kids? These motherfuckers have more kids than anybody. They get more time than everything, because when they're done with that, they only need to spend maybe 1 hour with that. They don't need to spend no more. But guess what? They spend all day, right? But at the same time, when they come home, they make their own decisions based on the rules of the contract. When they're finished, they can do whatever they want. They can do whatever they want. Like Sophia just came back from New York. She's 16. She decided, hey, Dad, I want to go. Go ahead. Don't ask me. Oh, I just want to, no, you got your money, you pay, you go. I don't care, Sophie. I trust you so much because I've been, because of this contract, and I've been very strict on my rules. The kids, it doesn't matter what you do. You ain't going to get your dad to lose the trust on you, kids. I trust you, kids. Go all in. So again, they got rules for the phone. They got rules for the social media, what they watch, and YouTube videos, who they need to be watching, what they need to be doing. So I always say, look at Brandon Dawson. See what he says, how he talks, how he walks, how he acts, and just follow him. Follow somebody. And I give him, like Sebastian, I say, if you want to stay motivated, follow Eric Thomas and Walter Bond. If you want to stay disciplined, make sure you follow Brandon Dawson, Grant Cardone, and John C. Maxwell. And it's in his contract. He has to. They got to all be in by 9 p.m., 10 p.m. on weekends. I give him an hour extra. And it's crazy to go back to the contract because, like Sophie, she has a car. She has to ask Dad and Mom, where's my parking spot? Because Mom may see, you don't want to create no problems. I'm obsessed. I'm crazy to make sure they follow the rules. Because guess what? Those rules that they follow, I follow. Because I cannot do nothing stupid because I'm following all those rules. Social media, hey, Victor over here kicking ass. I'm watching Mr. Brandon Dawson. I'm watching Grant Cardone. I'm watching John C. Maxwell. I'm watching Eric Thomas. Hey, look, I'm doing it. I'm doing the same thing. That's why I want them to follow me and be with me, understand me, and all that stuff. Same as I follow them, understand them, watch what they watch. I watch war movies with Sebastian. I watch Barbies with Brianna, and then I watch the high school whatever with Sophia, and then we just rotate. Everybody got their own week on what we're going to be watching, but the whole family watches it so the whole family can understand what they like. And sometimes, it's a lot of fun. I'm like, what the fuck I'm doing looking at Barbies, right? But guess what? Now, Brianna, everybody like, oh, Brianna's turn. So Brianna's going to watch a Barbies. And Brianna's like, I don't watch Barbies no more. We're like, oh, so you see the changes in your kids. And it's so beautiful to see them changing. And I'm there every time because they want something different. And a lot of people, they didn't even fucking spend the time because why? They don't care with them and they don't involve them with everything they do. I'm telling you, I'm the only motherfucking planet Earth that sees everything. I spend more time with my kids than any parent. Let me take it back. Than Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone, that motherfucker is doing an amazing job. That's why I identify myself with him. Let me tell you something. Now that I'm talking about Grant Cardone, and he came in, and I had to bring this. Like Sebastian, he promised me back in 9/4 2021 that he wanted to be rich and wealthy to always help. But he also signed a piece of paper saying that I promised my dad to fulfill and do what he teaches me. So he's supposed to do everything I teach him if I die. If he decide, okay, I don't want to follow what my dad, he got two more options, right? Either fucking deal with it, and number two, go and find Grant Cardone because he's the one that aligned the most with me, and follow him. But guess what? He's going to be too expensive to teach him. So I just told Sebastian, look, man, I want to touch back on this letter that you signed, that your dad make you sign, that because I don't want you to listen to nobody. Only me or somebody like Grant. They understand involving their kids with their dad on everything they do so they can be successful. They don't have to listen to a freaking teacher that doesn't know shit or a family member that doesn't know shit or somebody that's trying to teach them that because they're successful.
Give bad advice. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. So I say, look, son, let me tell you how to do it. If I ever die and you're still at this age, let's say I die when you are 16, it'll be hard for you to go, but you can still be successful with everything I teach you. But let me tell you something. I bet you if you go to Grant Cardone, just pay for one of his seminars, and you just raise your hand and say, hey, Grant, there's no drama in my words. There's no victim, nothing. I just want to let you know that my dad passed away, and he told me that you can be my mentor. How can I work with you, or how can you teach me to move on from here? I got these many millions that my dad left, and I really don't trust myself in everything that he teach me. How can you help me? And I say, Sebastian, you go with those words to this fucking guy. He's going to say, look, kiddo, let me take you under my wing. And he'll help you, and he will make you rich, billionaire right away because you already have the right questions. You already have the knowledge. It's just that he's just going to touch you, flip you, and done. Game over. Game over. And that's what I teach my Sophia and Brianna. They have their own mentors that they're going to. Brianna loves Brandon Dawson. And we keep bringing everything to this, but they're the ones that line the most. Because I give you a sample. Brandon Dawson and his wife was looking for another couple that they can partner up because they feel that they got to do it with their family. Why you want to partner up with somebody saying no, that you don't, is not committed? You want to find a couple that can partner and go together. And he find Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone did not want Brandon, but guess what? The same thing, the same story, but guess what? My kids is underage, so Brandon or Grant is going to have to take my kid because he's committed. If he was 18, 20 and fucking around and do stupid shit, maybe not, right? But that's how I see it. So going back to everything, so I spend more time than any dad in the world with my kids because I'm involved on everything I do. And I know, and I see their growth. I see how their eyes change, how their color, their brow, the hair, everything. I see them, I touch them, I hug them, I kiss them, man. You know, they sleep in my car, they're so freaking tired, but they're going with me. I'm like, one day you're going to remember and say, thank you, Dad. But at the same time, I hug him, I kiss him, I touch him. I got plenty of time, man. I don't have to wait when I come back at 6 fucking p.m. I'm fucking tired, and then I tell my kids, hey, I don't got time. Just leave me alone. I want to watch TV and all that stuff. No. And then you have a couple hours, and you have to force those hours to go and say hi to your kids and not touch them and not hug them, not put your hands through their hair and all that stuff to really enjoy and hug them. See what I'm saying? That's me. That's me. That's how I involve my kids. That's how I involve my kids in my schedules and everything.
Nice. Is there any closing statements you want to make or anything, family-wise?
For everybody out there, involve your kids on everything you do. I promise you that your life will change for the best. And the reason I say this is because the problem is that we don't know how to involve the kids on everything we do, and we don't involve ourselves on what the kids are doing. Most of the times we kind of know what they're doing, but we don't know exactly because they're really thinking way, way, way ahead of you. And guess what? Make sure you get ahead of them so you can understand them, so they can trust you. That's my message for you.
Nice. And everybody, thank you again for joining us on the 24/7 podcast, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Yeah, God bless.